Hey Sagittarius, my Saggy Seekers. So welcome back to the Existential Shift. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Okay, let's get to this. So let's check into December for Sagittarius. What can you show me for December? Going out of retrograde into the holiday season, birthday season. Things are starting to move fast, and unlike the standard Saggy energy, you're not sure if you're ready. I didn't say you're not ready. I say you're not sure if you're ready. Some of you anyway. Energy will just take you with it. I wouldn't worry about it. Just listen to what comes and go with it. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to overthink. Am I ready for it? Am I not ready for it? Should I stay? Should I go? Should I sit? Should I move? Just see what comes. See what happens. And you will, by the power of inertia, will find yourself. Justice. Some of you are dealing with court stuff. It could be anywhere from paying your parking tickets to reaching settlement for a divorce. It feels very technical, but really good. Taxes even. Some of you need to go through your taxes and sort things out. It's an uncomfortable task for the dictionary type of Sagittarius energy, but it's the most important one for you. You can't wander off if you don't have a strong anchor to ground you into reality. For that, you need to do the practical, mundane, tangible, 3D things, the paperwork, the numbers, the contracts, the bills. Nothing is certain but death and taxes. I feel like that's what you need to learn, Sag, that nothing is certain but death and taxes. There is no avoiding neither. Let's stick with the taxes aspect. I feel you guys being deterred by the death aspect of this. Okay. Yeah. Oh, too much. I'm not going to take it. It's too many cards. Let's be more focused for Saggy. So what is this justice? What are we dealing here with? Get up and do it, Sag. Honestly, get up and do it. You know, it's practice for Ma'at. Ma'at is the Egyptian goddess. One of the archetypes of the Justice card is the Egyptian goddess Ma'at, where after you die and you reach the gates of heaven, she sits there with her scale and sword, and she weighs your heart against the weight of a feather. If it's lighter than a feather, then the gates open and you are free to enter heaven. And if it's not, back to the cycle of reincarnation to learn the lesson. If your heart is heavy, you can't really fly. And your heart isn't heavy by the things you don't feel like doing. Your heart is heavy by the things you must do, yet you don't do. It's part of the thing that is called life. You have got to figure this out if you haven't yet. This might be something else for some of you out there who are listening, so stay tuned. But this message needs to come out and go to whoever needs it. So long reading ahead, don't worry. Or just watch her other placements or watch a different reader, that's also cool. But continuing with this, the scales of justice aren't just Mat and heaven. The scales of justice are also the DMV, and it's also the IRS, and it's also your owner, your building's owner, landlord, and it's also your boss, and it's also your doctor. It's your phone bill, it's your internet bill. If you come to those on time, facing them properly, handing them what needs to be handed, that's how you practice. And practice makes perfect, or should I say practice makes light heart. Everything is a muscle. It all needs to be trained. קשה באימונים, קל בקרב. If it's difficult in training, it will be easy in battle, okay? So push through the difficulty of the inconvenient things that you just don't feel like doing. And then when a moment of truth comes along where it will really, really matter, you'll be prepared. You'll be able to hand in all the proper paperwork. And the clerk will not be able to tackle you. Oh, but you also need this. Got it. Oh, but you also need... Got this. Come ready to face Ma'at. Come ready to face the judge. All of this and only one card. Well, it's the Justice card. Show me more for Sagittarius, please, for December. 10 of Swords. And all will be put to rest, and all will be well. Come prepared, whatever this is, get this over with, so you can move on, Saggy. Whatever this is that I'm talking about and tapping into, so you can move on. It's the final test. This is a combination that is very powerful. A final karmic test of something that you have been recycling over and over and over again. This has to be it, Saggy, where you're finally learning and showing that you know. If a judgment is made and you feel that it is unfair, see it as the final karmic debt. Give it with love. Sleep for a day. And just get up, dress up, and show up to the next cycle. Wow. Okay. There will be love. So I'm getting some of you asking, like, what about love? It's cute. You guys are cute. What about it? Allow the swords to drop first. Because in this state, that's the type of thing you will attract. Make sure that the karmic debt is sealed before moving on with someone. You don't want to bring those residuals to the next cycle. You want it to be clean and cleared and new. Tabula rasa. White canvas. Love will find you, Saggy. You just gotta be in the right place for it to find you. To be in the right place, you need to get out of the wrong place. but you're stalling, the Hangman. You're stalling in this state of existence because it's easier to dwell, maybe? We can indulge in pain. It is very much so possible. We can indulge on what others do to us. Even if whatever this Justice Ten of Swords thing is really unfair, it seems to be like a price you have to pay. And here we have the Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful. So, you asked about love. Well, that person is waiting for you in that right place, but you're on the bridge, on the way to that place. But you're just standing on that bridge, looking back to this Ten of Swords justice thing, looking forward, but not moving with this Hangman. And this love thing is waiting on the other side of the bridge. This Nine of Pentacles is not going to go back to being on the bridge with you. This energy is in her place so much. Look at it. So much abundance and vitality and connection. Look at the way she's looking at this Hangman. She will not crawl on her knees to give him a sip of water. She's got out of the victim mentality. The holy martyr. Someone here is still in it though. This might be you. This might be someone you're involved with. You can reverse the roles, right? General readings. Either way, you know, maybe you're seeing yourself as Odin, like who hung himself from the Yggdrasil tree for 9 days and nights, waiting for the wisdom of the runes to unveil themselves. But here's the thing. I got it after the Ten of Swords, not before. Ten of Swords means done, enough. If it was before, so it'd be like, okay, take your time, you're doing something, you're going through a process. But it seemed like you went through the process, and the justice here is like calling it to cut, you know, to enough. Finish it up. Finish it up. It's not just me. This is a reflection of all the energies right now. If you've done the work, if you paid your dues, step away from the tree. You got the runes. Walk past that bridge, get to your place, and meet your person. They're right there. Show me more, please, for Saggy for December. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Okay. What do Saggy need to know? Seven of Swords. Show me more. Wow, someone is like beating around the bush. It's unbelievable. Someone is like overthinking, overanalyze, overplanning, telling themselves that it's because they want to do it right, but it's actually because they're scared. It's not that they're lying to the other person, they're lying to themselves. They believe their own indulging. Four of Wands. Good. Good. This is a very interesting combination. be careful, and if you're doing that, hopefully not. So be careful of those who okay. You know how there's this thing where you can be with someone for a really long time, and you know that person will be unclear with themselves and to you, and they'll play and they'll go back and forth, in and out, hot and cold, maybe sometimes for years. And then the second you break it off completely, they go off and they marry someone or something. And you're like, you wouldn't commit to me, but now you're immediately getting married. Like, what? This is when people learn at your expense and evolve and grow and become ready at your expense. Usually it happens to like empaths, right? Who give and give and give and give and give and heal and heal and heal while they themselves are being sucked out of their life force. And then that person, after years of taking your energy, goes and shows themselves as this beautiful man or this beautiful woman that is all ready and prepared and can give it all. And then they go off and be in this amazing connection. And you're like, I gave you all of this. Good riddance. Why? Why? Because in that case, in that specific type of cases, that person that took from you and now is seemingly ready for the next and now is capable of giving everything they wouldn't or couldn't give you, they'll run out of the fuel that basically was your energy, because you're no longer there to feed them. At first, they run on that energy that they took from you, and then they just, they run out of it. And then they're left with themselves, back to the self that didn't do the work and doesn't really have much to give. And that's when those beautiful foundations start to crumble. You, on the other hand, good riddance. Finally, something big enough happened to show you that you can't stay in this situation or with that person. And that allows you to really step into your power and not only be in your power, but also to have ruling over it and not to just give it away like candy. That's the interesting scenario that came up here. Yeah, I feel like someone has been stalling. Either you have been stalling to someone else, or they've been stalling with you. But whoever this hangman energy here that basically, lingered a lot and kind of wasted your time. Now that they're seemingly free enough of whatever was going on in their life that was holding them back from properly giving to you, now they're moving on to give those things to someone else. And you're like, I've been here for this entire time, and this is, oh my God, this is something very strong that is coming up here. I'm sorry. And if you're doing that, think about everything I said and then do what you need to do. I'm just saying things as they are, as I see them. Not telling you what to do. Can't even if I wanted to. Okay. Show me more, please, for Sagittarius. Oh, that's too much. Too much. Hold on. I will take the two that fell. 7 of Pentacles and 4 of Swords. Hold on, sorry. And bottom of the deck, Judgment, because it's just calling to be picked up. Okay. So there's someone who's really, really, really taking their time on something, like really. Um, the planning, the thinking, the dwelling, it's just, but something is happening in December to wake them or you up. Like almost like from being in a coma, God forbid. It's an analogy, but like, I'm getting someone that was so possibly hurt, but mostly disappointed from the way things went down or happened, that they just took themselves out of the picture. Like they just took themselves out of, I don't want to say life, but they kind of went in hiding. And now it kind of connects to how I started, to the energy that I got in the beginning, with like things are going to pick up their pace, and you were might not be sure if you're ready. That's this. It's like the alarm clock is buzzing, whether you want to wake up or not, whether you had enough sleep or not. It's like time to get up. There's also, again, coming up a specific judgment of some sort, like literal. So for those of you who are dealing with a court case, has been taking a lot of time and kept being postponed and delays and all that. Mercury going direct December is going to bring in the results. I don't know if you'll like it or not. It really, each case to its own. But it will be final, finally. It will finally be final. Anything else for Saggy, please, for December? Ace of Swords. Yeah, this is our clean slate. This is the beginning after the Ten of Swords, finally. This is you getting up and feeling free and able to move on with your plans and your aspirations. It's a very clear path. You're going to feel a lot of clarity sometime throughout the month. Like a lot. And it's going to be very liberating. This is great. A certain truth, a certain decision, a certain cutting through something will serve as a beginning of a new cycle. Okay. Wow. This is wonderful. Eight of Swords and Knight of Swords in the reverse. Some people will try to resist, object, fight it. There's no undoing it. There's no reversing the decision. Who's ever fighting whatever decision this is, there's one person who would prefer to remain stuck in something because you might involve other people. Others would be like, no, I don't appreciate this decision. I want to change it, take it back. You're being freed of something, Saggy. You're either being freed of your own BS by someone making a decision for you, or you are freed of something or someone else's BS by someone making a decision for the situation, right? There also might be an alteration that is verbal. Someone will try to really I'm getting someone that might, do something wrong or not right to you. And then you'll either be calling them out on it or really verbalizing the truth of the matter, and them just losing it and just going off on a verbal tantrum where they're just puking words that are just really childish and immature, and it only makes you look better. So if that happens, keep in mind that they'll just be, they'll just be sabotaging themselves. And if this is happening to you, Sag, if by any chance someone is calling you out on something and they're right, try to not make things worse by losing it or by pulling a tantrum. Like, try to maintain your cool and your calm, because that will just make their point get across even better. You know what I mean, right? I have to say it just in case it's you, because these are general readings, so it's a lot of possibilities. Okay. Let's pull out Animal Spirit. I want you to see the cards in case you're curious. And I'm going to continue this on Vimeo. I will do a love extended, so I will look deeper into the narrative between you and your person of interest for the month of December. It's a spread that is called Double Pentagram, and we will finish up with messages from the runes. So it will be a tarot love reading and messages from the runes as well. Okay, so let's finish up for December, please, for Saggy, with 2 Animal Spirit. Animal Spirit messages for Sagittarius. The Crow, beautiful. One more. And the Shark. I need one more, please. Crow, the Shark, and one more for Sag. It's too many. Can't have 2. One more, please. Just one more for Sagittarius for December. Great. Moth. Okay. So this is what is coming up. So we do have air, water, and air. The Crow, the Shark, and the Moth. There is a lower vibration energy that is trying to reach you, but it can't. Because these are general readings and we can reverse the role, I'm just going to say one and the other, okay? And you put yourself on that. There's one low vibrational energy that is trying to get to the other energy, but that energy is not reachable because it's vibrating on a different frequency. So if this person here has either, I don't want to say an enemy, it's a big word, but let's say an opponent or someone that is out to get them, or someone that just has really negative emotions and energies toward this moth. They're trying to do anything in their power to either learn something about this moth energy or get a hold of them or take control over them, but it's like nothing they do can ever get to this moth. Hopefully you. Hopefully you're this moth and not this energy. Now here's the thing, Sagittarius. There are a lot of people there that you would never imagine or know that they dabble with magic. Sorry, let me correct myself. Black magic. Dark controlling magic. The kind that meddles with free choice and that tries to take something from another. Now magic on its own is a beautiful thing. It's just knowing energies and understanding how to work with the elements. It's like being a chemist or a cook, a chef, you know, knowing how to mix ingredients in order to get something beautiful happen. But this is an aspect of magic that includes, you know, curses, love spells specifically oriented toward one person, or trying to separate between two people. Let's say there's this third party that is jealous and tries to separate between the true connection of people. All kinds of things. Now, those normally are people that you would never know dabble with magic, that in their regular environment, work, school, and stuff like that, they won't necessarily be talking about these things. Because they use these things to do bad, they feel like talking about it generally will expose them. So they just avoid it altogether from talking about these things, from showing that they're actually working with these energies. So if you suspect someone that may do it, although you think to yourself, there's no way, this person seems like they never spoke about it, they've never shown interest in it, I've never known them to dabble with anything like that. If anything, obviously it's not proof, especially because these are general readings and each case is to its own, but let's just say it's definitely not something to make you think that it's not them, okay? Listen to your instincts. If you're the moth and the ace of swords in the upright here, with the judgment, this is the energy that it's this moth. And if you're this energy, you might not even know that there's this energy kind of circling around you, trying to get to you, because you're in a completely different sphere. Like you're completely unconscious of it. Like you see other things. But it's not to say that you are in danger. You're unreachable. So I wouldn't worry. If this is you, on the other hand, if there's an energy that you're obsessed with, that you really want to control or get to, or have a hold on, if there's some sort of vengeful energy here, or vengeful intent, or you're digging yourself a deeper hole, a way deeper hole. And these are very intense times. You might find yourself in another 10-12 years cycle of what you went through. Is that what you want? Change direction in that case. Let this be your wake-up call, perhaps. Now, this is a maybe. I didn't say this was you. I said it's a possibility. You know. For cross watchers, for Sagittarius, if you're worried that either them or someone in their environment might be doing that, then this might be your confirmation. I'm getting this is someone that, for the cross watchers, this might be someone in the Sag's environment, or this might be you, even cross watcher, trying to get the Sag, or you trying to get to someone Sag is involved with out of jealousy. I don't know. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not blaming. I'm speaking to a screen. I can only see, I can only say what the cards show me. But there's no blame and there's no, pedestal. It's just, I'm just saying it and you take it or leave it. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Happy birthday. I'll see you in a second in the extended. In the description box below, you will also find a way to book a reading with me. You'll find links to Tarot Masterclass, where I teach how to do what I do. Tarot Masterclass Bunkai. Bunkai means the secret applications of the study. What else? I'm on Instagram if you want to join me there. It's the Existential Shift. And I think that's it. I love you guys. Subscribe. Join the shift. Have a beautiful month.